Wrigley Spearmint Gum says hello.
We always share Wrigley Spearmint, because we all like it, right?
Right, you said
right.
Yeah. Let's go, come on.
Try sharing some Wrigley Spearmint Gum. You're gonna like the way it says hello.
Wrigley Spearmint tastes fresh and clean like the great outdoors.
Everyone likes the way it says hello. Wrigley Spearmint Gum. We all like the way it says hello.
See the Lucy Show this afternoon at 4:30. This is Channel 8, WVUE New Orleans. It's 4 o'clock.
Hey, Frankie, how long will it take us to get to your house?
Well, it's about a 3-hour ride on the bus, but it's worth it.
Hey, we might even have some veal parmesan with cannelloni. Or maybe fettuccine. Or maybe even lasagna.
Golly, I hope them things are easier to eat than they are to say.
Gomer, you meet the whole family. Everybody will be there. Mama, Papa, my sister Rosa, and her boyfriend Leo, and maybe even Uncle Julio. They always get together on the weekend.
Sure sounds nice.
Yeah, it is. You know, Gomer, I don't want this to sound like I'm bragging, but I got the happiest family in the world.
Oh, that's nice. That's the most important thing, and you should brag on it.
Yeah. Gee, they're great.
Hey, he's here!
Oh, that's sweet, Frankie. How long since you been home?
I was home last weekend. Oh, now, wait. I brought a friend home for the weekend. This is Gomer Pyle. Gomer, this is my mother, my sister Rosa, and my father.
Hey, everybody.
Ah, Mr. Gomopile. Benvenuto. Welcome, huh? What's your first name, Mr. Gomopile?
Hey, that is my first name, Gomer.
Como? Hey, you relation to Perry Como? He's a paisan.
No, it's Gomer. Gomer Pyle.
Ma io non capisco. Non ha nome, soltanto il cognome.
Any friend of Frankie's.
Glad you could come, Gomer.
Go on, Gomer. Say it. Listen to this, Papa.
Oh,
No, go on.
well. Buongiorno, everybody, and ciao.
Hey, that's a good Italiano, huh?
I caught him on the way up. Come on, let's go in. Come on.
I think you're getting to see I'm going to
Buongiorno and ciao.
What'd I tell you, Gomer? Happiest family in the world, huh? What's new, Mama?
What's new? You want to know what's new? I'm going to tell you what's... No, you tell them what's new. You know better than anybody what's new.
Please, you promised you weren't
He's
going to
my son.
Don't
We're going to start that again, huh? Hold it. Remember, Mama, he's here to enjoy.
Mama, what's going on?
Nothing. I promise to say nothing to make you upset this weekend. We're going to laugh and enjoy and have a good time, even though my heart is breaking.
Mama, please. Frankie is...
I'm not talking to Frankie. I'm talking to Mr. Gomopile. You're not involved. You outside. Mr. Gomopile, look at Rosa. What's wrong with her?
Wrong? Has she been feeling sick?
Mama.
She's feeling fine. Me, I'm the one that's sick.
Mama, please.
Papa, look, why don't you take Gomer up to his room? Go ahead, Gomer. Papa will show you where your room is. I'll be with you in a minute. Go ahead, Papa. Thank you. Yeah, all right.
I'm glad to met all like you and hope you're feeling better, ma'am.
This way, huh? All right, Mama, now what's going on?
Look at the ring on Rosa's finger.
There isn't any.
Ah, and just because of the dumb fella she goes with.
He is not. Frankie, you know Leo.
Not like I do. Every night for 2 years he comes here for a free supper.
You make it sound like you don't even know why he comes here.
Why he comes here is to feed his fat face with lasagna and go home. That's why he comes here.
Mama, he loves me. He told me.
When was his mouth empty long enough to tell you?
Leo will marry me when he's ready.
When he's ready for marriage, you'll be ready for Medicare. Oh, Rosa, cara, I want to see you happy and married, and I want to have grandchildren.
Mama.
All right. You want to waste your time with Leo? Va bene. But if myself, you'll know why.
Mama, you just... Oh,
Mamma, please, what are you doing? Ma queste femmine devono si baciare, la Madonna. Non so che cosa tempo fare in questa famiglia.
Mama.
Oh, Frankie, what are we going to do? Come on, sit down. I got to talk to you. That Leo, he's just breaking your sister's heart. All of that waiting.
Well, Mama, what can I do?
Maybe you could have given him a little hint or something.
Well, is he coming to supper tonight?
Like every night, please. He just needs a little spintarella.
A what?
A push. A push.
Mama, I'll try. Well, it sure is nice seeing the whole family together like this. It's a lucky man who has a family. Gives you the feeling of roots. Something to work for.
You're absolutely right, Frankie.
Yeah. Hey, Mama, how long you and Papa been married?
27 years.
Oh, that's wonderful. Just wonderful. Nothing like marriage, I always say.
I say it, too.
Me too, if it's the right boy and girl.
Boy, you said it.
Of course, if it ain't, it can be just awful. That's the reason couples shouldn't rush into these things.
Eat, Mr. Gomopile, eat.
But it's true. My mama used to always say, marry in haste and repent in leisure.
Your mama used to say that?
Well, Mama had a million sayings like that. She had another one that would...
Eat, Mr. Gomopile. We talk later.
Leo, Mama tells me you got your own butcher shop now. How's business?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's nice. Your own business, going pretty good. Guess the next thing you'll be thinking about is settling down.
I don't know. I owe money on fixtures and things. I gotta take care of that first.
You're 100% right. Man's got to settle up before he can settle down, right?
Your mama say that, too?
That's right.
Your mama didn't have no daughters, did she? I didn't think so. Oh, Leo, some bread. Rosa made it. In fact, she made everything.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I thought you made the dinner, Miss Lombardi.
Me? Well, where did you get that idea?
Frankie told me. Said she was the best cook in the whole world. Said a feller today might as well stay single. That none of the girls today can cook like their mamas.
Did my big-mouth son say that? Frankie? Did you really say that? What he said?
Yeah, Mama, Gomer got it a little twisted.
He got me a little twisted, too. Frankie, you got to do something about him. He opened his mouth one more time. Rosa's an old maid. Please, Frankie, talk to him.
Mama, I'll explain things. Now, look, you go and ask him to come in.
All right. Why? Why don't we all go into the other room, sit around, have coffee, talk? After you, Leo.
That's a real fine idea.
Not you. You see Frankie in the kitchen. He wants to talk to you.
Do you want me, Frankie?
Yeah, look, Gomer. Look, it's about Rosa and Leo. See, we'd all kind of like to see them get married.
Oh, that'd be nice. When's it gonna be?
Well, that's just it. See, he hasn't asked her yet. We have to encourage him. So, look, try not to say things like marry in haste, repent in leisure, you know? Or that Mama made the dinner. See, that kind of spoils things.
Well, I'm sure sorry. I never meant to spoil anything. Golly.
Well, I know you didn't, Gomer. Well, you see, Leo's the kind of guy that needs a little pushing. I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll make up for it. I'll pitch right in and tell him how nice it'd be to be married.
Good boy.
Save on Whirlpool at Caparetta Furniture.
He's a marvelous, magical Burger King. He can do most anything.
I love Magic and burgers and fries, and here's something new right before your eyes.
The Burger King Iron-On. Your mother can do it for you. It looks so bright on the front of your T-shirt. Free to kids 12 and younger at any participating Burger King, and you don't have to buy anything. Every child gets one.
He's got food and fun for everyone. Burger King, yay!
Save on Whirlpool at Campo's.
Come on, Jimmy.
I wish you can stay longer. Yeah, but we've got a long drive. Well, bye-bye. So long, Jimmy.
We live nearby, not till Saturday. Yeah, us too. We didn't drive.
One way to stay longer is to take less time getting there.
See more of America. A little planning means a longer stay.
Save on Whirlpool at LaForte Furniture.
In the last century, many of our cities developed crowded conditions that were oppressive to body and mind. To make life brighter, the cities came up with the idea of recreation programs. Recreation programs provide an opportunity for leisure, for excellence and development. It's a chance for you to be yourself or to become yourself. Remember, your city's recreation programs are your programs. You can help make them whatever you want them to be. A public service message from Louisiana Municipal Association.
Gomer, why don't you sit right over there? Well, it sure is nice seeing everybody again.
Hey, Leo, ain't it kind of lonesome being a bachelor?
No, not really. I live with my sister and brother-in-law.
Oh. Still, it's not like having young'uns around.
They got 8 kids.
Oh. But it's not like having your own home.
It is my home. They rent the top floor from me.
You mean you got a home and a business?
And a car and a color television set.
Still a man wants something else.
I don't know what. Seems to me you've got everything.
Some cake? Anybody want some cake with the coffee?
None for me, Mrs. Lombardi. I gotta be getting home. Thanks anyway.
Oh, but it's a very nice cake. Rosa made it. And she really did make it the cake.
Thanks, but I really gotta go. Gomer, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, Leo.
Oh, I won't be here tomorrow night. I'm working late at the shop. Frank, you're looking good.
Yeah, leave it.
I'll go out with you.
That's the way it is. He eats, he goes, he comes back. He eats, he goes, he comes back. But about a wedding, Silenzio. Just seeing that Leo asleep on his feet makes me sleepy, too. Come, Papa.
Oh, it's very nice. Rosa made it herself.
He's gone. Come on.
Wait, Mama, it's still early. We're not going to go to sleep so early, are we?
What do we got to stay up for? Well, anything?
Mama, please.
All right, don't say it. I know already. It's a nothing. Papa...
Oh, Mama, wait. Don't go up yet.
What are we going to do? Rehearse the wedding march?
Mama, but we don't want to go to sleep so early. Hey, how about some music? Gomer sings, you know that? Do a song for us, Gomer, huh? How about it?
Well, I hadn't really figured on it.
Oh, come on, Gomer. And Rosa, you can follow him on the piano. Come on, Gomer. You know, like you do in the barracks sometimes. Come on. Here you are, Gomer.
I do happen to know an Italian song, if you care to hear it.
Great. Crank it up.
Well, okay. Do you know Anna My Chorus?
I think so.
Wait, Mama. Come on, Mommy. You'll enjoy it. Gomer's got a real nice voice.
I know. I heard it.
Now, listen, you mustn't worry about Leo. Besides, he's not the only fella in the world. Rosa will get a man.
Where? When? Who? How?
I feel for you.
Mama, basta.
Wait, Papa. What's that? Listen. A love song.
I have but one desire, and it's to love you with all my heart.
Come on, Mama, let's go in and sit down.
No.
My whole life through. From stars I'll make your crown and kneel before you. I pray you'll take my hand, for I adore you. Open up the doors leading to heaven, a heaven mine and yours, Anna my chorus.
Gomer. Beautiful.
You really accompanied good, Miss Rosa.
Thank you, Gomer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm getting a little tired myself.
See you in the morning.
Good night.
Night now.
Good night.
Hi, Rosa.
What is it, Miss Lombardi?
Call me Mama. You sang that song like you meant it. The answer to a prayer.
Now, look, Mama.
That's why he said all of those things to Leo.
Mama.
Sure, he wants Rosa all to himself, and that's why.
Look, Miss Lombardi.
Don't spoil it with talk. Tomorrow we talk. And we got a lot to talk. Papa.
Yeah, Rosa made her herself.
What's your name, Frankie?
She means, Gomer, welcome to the family.
Save on Whirlpool at Appliance World.
I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm proud. I'm part of an original crowd. And if you look around these days, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper. If you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Yeah, be a pepper, drink Dr.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. This year it's the greatest show on earth. Taste it, hear it, marvel at it, thrill to it, feel it, live it, be in it, love it. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, the most spectacular entertainment sensation you'll ever experience.
See the greatest show on earth at the Superdome, July 6th through the 9th. Tickets on sale at the Superdome box office, all DH Home stores, and all First Homestead locations.
Gloria Vanderbilt from Rajani. Miss Vanderbilt, you're a terrific designer. We love your blouses. But why are you doing jeans now?
I wanted to make classic jeans that really fit the American woman. Look, Paula, I use the best 14.5-ounce denim. And look, we go in at the waist, around the hips, no gap in the back. Classic jeans that fit.
Classic Vanderbilt, for you from Rajani.
Available at DH Homes. Do you have a problem that's too big to solve alone? Let the HRC Answer Desk help you find a way to handle it. Come to room 1W06 City Hall or call 586-4431. Trained Answer Desk volunteers have helped thousands of people with their problems, and they can help you too.
Papa, look who's here, Mr. Gomopile.
Mr. Gomopile, good morning.
Last
Bonjour.
night it was wonderful. You sang that song beautiful.
But I wasn't really...
Buongiorno.
Giulio, grazie. Giulio.
Hey, Giulio.
Eccolo.
That's him?
This is your Uncle Giulio.
I'm pleased to know... My uncle?
What do you think?
You're right. Just like a John Wayne. Sit down, sit down. Mr. Gomopile, you are getting a good girl. A good girl.
She's getting a good boy. He sings it like a Caruso.
Caruso, John Wayne, and a government check every month. Oh, she's getting some package. Tell me, son, what do you do when you're going to leave at the Marines, huh?
Well, I used to work in a filling station.
A gas station. That's perfect. We put him in with Dominic. Hey, he's another cousin. Got a 12-pumper.
But I couldn't...
Don't thank us. What's your family for? Hey, do you like kids?
Beg pardon?
Let me see your head.
Giulio, he reads at the palms.
But I couldn't let...
Mamma mia, guarda, guarda.
What?
He's going to have 11 kids.
Giulio, you're so...
Sure, absolutely. 3 girls and 8 boys.
But you hear 11 about me.
Hey, maybe 12.
Oh, figlio mio. I wish I could tell you how happy you make me and Papa. Giulio, grazie.
Caro
Excuse me. I'll go up and see how Frankie's doing.
Yeah, you go up and talk to Frankie.
Mama, such a hand I never saw.
Frankie?
Well, how'd it go? You tell him?
Well, it was mostly a case of them telling me.
Telling you what?
Well, lots of things. Like I'm going to be a father with 12 young ones.
Well, it makes sense.
Your Uncle Julio's seen it all right there.
Well, didn't you tell him you're not interested in Rosa?
Fact is, I didn't. Before I could say a word, they...
Good morning, Gomer. Hi, Frankie.
Hey, Miss Rosa.
Hi, sis.
I heard about what happened after I left you last night. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am.
It's all right, Miss Rosa.
Mama just doesn't seem to understand that Leo and I really are going to get married someday. She's just getting herself into a panic. You sing a song to me, and she's ready to grab hold of you, of anybody.
I understand.
Rosa, don't worry. I'll explain it to the folks.
Thanks, Frankie. Anyway, I did want you to know how I felt. Mama means well, of course, but she's just getting a little ridiculous. I am sorry. See you downstairs.
Oh, your sister sure is a nice girl. It'd almost serve that Leo right if another fella did come along and take her. And that could happen, too, because if you don't...
Hey, maybe you got the answer.
Huh?
Look, if Leo proposed, everything'd be perfect, right? So how do we get him to move? We throw a little scare into him that he's going to lose Rosa.
Scared? You mean make up a story? Because if you do...
No. By telling him the truth.
What are you talking about?
Hi, Leo. Hey, Frankie. What are you doing, cleaning up? Yeah, just getting ready to close the place.
You remember Gomer? You met him at the house last night.
Sure. What do you say there, Gomer?
Hey, Leo.
What brings you guys down here?
Oh, well, we just thought we'd drop by and see your place.
Huh?
Gee, it sure is nice. Gee, we missed having your supper tonight, Leo.
Yeah, I miss being there.
And gee, I'm sorry you had to leave so early last night.
Yeah? Why, what happened?
Oh, Gomer sang a song.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was an Italian love song, wasn't it, Gomer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he sang it to Rosa. Boy, she sure liked it.
Yeah, so?
Oh, so nothing. But you should have seen Mama, Leo. Boy, to her, that was it. She grabbed Gomer and hugged him and kissed him. And guess what, Leo? She even brought Uncle Julio over to meet him. She wants him to meet the whole family. Boy, I'm telling you, she...
All right, Frankie. What are you trying to tell me?
Oh, nothing, Leo.
You're trying to tell me my girl Rosa's got a new boyfriend, huh? Him?
Well, I just...
Why don't you come right out with it? Who sent you down here with that message, Rosa or your mother?
Oh, Leo, look, you...
I don't like for nobody to put the pressure on me, Frankie. I don't like when they put the squeeze on me. Now, you expect me to fall for a story like that? Him and Rosa, they'll make me laugh.
All I did was sing a song, and I...
Okay, then go sing us some more love songs. See if I care. It's okay by me.
Well,
Well, go ahead.
all right, let's go. Could figure it would backfire like that.
Ooh. Now we've really got some bad news for your mama. Not only is she losing me, but from the way Leo sounded, she might be losing him, too.
Oh, the house is dark. Everybody's asleep.
Well, that's good, because I don't think I could face telling them tonight.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Oh, I forgot the keys.
Well, what are we going to do?
Well, we'll just have to ring the bell, wake them up.
Well, let's don't do that. Maybe there's a window open.
Well, look, you stay here. I'll check around back. Maybe the back door's open.
Don't.
Oh, what are you doing?
So you guys weren't kidding after all. You were on the level.
Huh?
I was thinking about what you guys were telling me back in the store, and I said to myself, "No, it can't be. But it's true."
But Leo, I was just going to...
You were just gonna go up there and get her, huh? You're gonna elope. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna elope with her?
Leo, I was...
Well, I got news for you. If anybody's gonna elope with her, it's gonna be me. Do you understand that?
But Leo, I don't think...
I'm warning you now, Pyle. Don't try to stop me. I don't care if you are a Marine. When I'm mad, I'm a tiger. Now get out of my way.
What is it? What's going on?
Rosa.
is it? Oh, wake up! Mr.
What are you doing here?
What's going on? What is it? I don't know. What's going on?
You want to know what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. I come for Rosa. She's going to marry me. That's what's going on. And she's going to elope with me, not him. Who's him? Him.
Well, hiya, buddy. 25 years, no husband for Rosa, and in one night we got two of them.
Ain't that nice, Miss Lombardi? Ain't that real nice?
You hear that? They're going to get married. Rosa and Leo.
My babies are getting married.
But isn't that what you always wanted?
Me to take my baby away from me. My baby.
Stranger on the Shore, one of 24 beautiful melodies in Unforgettable, a treasury of great music including these classics.
Unforgettable. Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's twilight time.
Unforgettable is a unique collection of your all-time favorites performed by the original artist in beautiful stereo. You also get
Whoa, broken-hearted melody. For your love.
What a difference a day made.
This priceless collection of classics is available by mail only. Order yours today.
Since I fell for you.
Unforgettable is a beautiful experience. 24 classics together for the first time. The 2-record set is only $6.99. The 8-track tape is only $8.99. Complete your music collection now. Here's how to order. To order, call toll-free 1-800-325-6400. 1-800-325-6400. Save the $2 COD charge and $6.99 for the records, $8.99 for tape to Unforgettable. Box 13847, New Orleans, Louisiana, 70185. That's Box 13847, New Orleans, or call toll-free 1-800-325-6400. Allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery.
That sure was good breakfast, Miss Lombardi.
Hey, where's Rosa, Mom? Isn't she up yet?
Up in the garden an hour ago. She and Leo went looking at furniture. I guess it's going to be all right.
Mama, it'll be perfect.
Poor Mr. Gomopile. But Rosa could only marry one. She's been going with Leo for 2 years. He was the first.
I understand, and the best man won.
Oh, you say that, but I know deep in your heart it's a different. You're a healthy young man, and it's only natural that you should want to get married more than anything in the world. But don't worry, everything is going to be all right. Don't go away.
Good old Mama, she's worried about you suffering.
Bless her heart.
Mr. Gomopile, I want you to meet Rosa's cousin Gina. She's not married. Why don't you sing her that nice song, you know? Frankie, can't you see they want to be alone? Come on.
You could run, but it just may be that you couldn't hide from a killer hurricane. Thursday night at 8, Channel 8 looks at New Orleans' ability to handle such a major storm in No Place to Hide. A Project 8 special. Stay tuned now for The Lucy Show.
Orbit sugar-free gum tastes great. That's why I always buy it.
Orbit's my favorite sugar-free gum. Mine, too.
You know, I really like Orbit because it's so cool and refreshing.
Orbit sugar-free gum is delicious. And besides, it's made with only natural sweeteners. Orbit is #1 with me. And it's #1 with the whole gang, too.
Try Orbit sugar-free gum for a cool, refreshing taste that's out of this world.
See the $100,000 Name That Tune tonight at 6:30.
The Lucy Show, starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Lucy, I am flat broke. You really are? Yes, I really are. Well, you ought to budget yourself better. You ought to know enough to put something aside for my rainy day. Well, I'm sorry, girl, but lately my losses have been running rather heavy at Monte Carlo. Well, guess there's only one thing to do. Call the bank and ask Mr. Mooney for an advance on my allowance. Oh, not again. Now, Lucy, you know how he hates for you to dip into your trust fund. Yeah, he sure put a dent in my dipper. The only way you're going to get $39.50 is to sandpaper your fingers and break into the vault. Well, this is so terribly important to Chris, I'm just going to have to take another crack at Mooney. Well, I admire your courage after that great big battle you had with him last month. Oh, well. I'm not one to hold a grudge. Maybe he isn't either. Hoo-hoo, boy. Oh, poo-poo. Hello. Hello, this is Mrs. Carmichael. I'd like to speak to Mr. Mooney, please. How's that? He's in the hospital. What happened to him? Oh, that's too bad. Well, has someone else at the bank been assigned to take over his duties? Some kind, understanding, generous person? No, huh? Well, thanks anyway. Goodbye. Boy, he's got a nerve breaking his leg just when I need him. He broke his leg. How did it happen? Going into his house last night, he tripped over the welcome mat. How do you like that? My only chance to get the money is in traction. Well, start sandpapering your fingers. Hey, he's in the hospital, and I am a hospital helper. So? So? What man, even a penny-pinching banker, can resist the kind, gentle, loving care of a kind, gentle, loving hospital helper? I'll soften him up, and then I'll hit him for an advance. But you're not on duty this week. Well, I'll call Audrey Simmons and have her switch assignments with me. And you call Alice Canfield and have her switch assignments with you. Me? What do you need me for? Sometimes us hospital helpers need helpers. Wait till you see me in action. I am going to be Mr. Mooney's angel of mercy. I'm going to out-Nightingale Florence.
Save on Whirlpool at Fisher Furniture, LaPlace.
The magic of touch and sound can't compensate for all the burdens of disability. SSI can pay monthly checks to blind and disabled people in financial need, regardless of age. If you know a family with a disabled child, tell the parents to call any Social Security office for more information.
Hi, I'm Irma Bombeck, and you'll get some idea of why, though life is a bowl of cherries, I'm so often in the pits. In July Reader's Digest.
He's a marvelous, magical burger king. He can do most anything.
I love magic and burgers and fries, and here's something new right before your eyes.
The Burger King Iron-On. Your mother can do it for you. It looks so bright on the front of your T-shirt. Free to kids 12 and younger at any participating Burger King, and you don't have to buy anything. Every child gets one.
He's got food and fun for everyone. Burger King, yay!
There's a special need for volunteers in all departments at Charity Hospital. Pick your time Monday through Friday and give it regularly as a volunteer. For details, call the Charity Hospital Volunteer Office at 568-2397. The Louisiana Easter Seal Society is providing camperships for handicapped youngsters to attend Camp Asca, a specially designed Easter Seal camp on Lake Martin in Alabama. All costs, including transportation, will be paid. If you know of a physically handicapped youngster between 10 and 18, call the Easter Seal Society at 885-9960.
There we are.
Thank you.
Now, does that feel a little better?
Ooh, yes.
Now, is there anything else I can get for you, Mr. Mooney?
No, thank you, Mrs. Blake.
All right, fine. Well, you just lay here and get your rest.
Hello there, Mr. Mooney. Hospital helper Lucy Carmichael reporting for duty.
Oh, no.
And how are we feeling this morning?
We have just had a relapse. Look, Mrs. Carmichael, before I agreed to be hospitalized, they told me that you would not be on duty for 2 full weeks. My only hope is that I'm delirious and you're an hallucination.
Now, Mr. Mooney. Can I do anything to make you more comfy?
Yes. Get out.
Now, Mr. Mooney, that's no attitude to take. While you're here, you are a patient and I am a nurse. My only purpose is to ease your suffering.
Oh, how refreshing. Usually your only purpose is to ask for an advance on your allowance.
Yeah. Well, what can I do to make things more pleasant for you? Fluff up your Betty Bye?
Betty Bye. Oh, no, thank you. My Betty Bye is sufficiently fluffed.
All righty. Now then, shall we crank up your bed a little?
If you think you can manage it.
Oh, yes, sir. Say, speaking of formal dances...
Were we?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, we were. That is, my daughter and I were.
Crank, Mrs. Carmichael, crank, crank, crank.
All righty.
I said crank me up, not put me in orbit. Mrs. Carmichael, will you please get out of here before you break my back?
No, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Mooney. You just relax now. Easy does it. Easy does it. Up the daisy. There we go. There you are.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, will you leave me alone?
Say, speaking of alone... I'll get it. Hello? Yes, this is his room. Yes, this is his nurse speaking. Oh, there's a Western Union message for you. Oh, yes, I'll take it. Oh, you happen to have a pen on you.
No, I left it in my other hospital coat.
Oh, here's one. I don't suppose you have a piece of paper either, do you?
No, I'm afraid I wasn't planning ahead when I slipped on that welcome mat.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. Give me the message. Yes. Wishing you a recovery. Friends at the bank. I see. And from George, Elaine, Philip, William, Alice, Eric, Dick, and Virginia. Yes. After I got all those names, how many were there? One. Now, wasn't that nice of all your friends at the bank? Would you like to read? Well, I'm sorry. It's right there, all in a little chunk, if you want to read it.
Goodbye, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, I don't have any place to go. I just want to sit here with you and chat a while.
Well, I don't feel like chatting. No, the doctor told me that I had to have plenty of rest.
Well, what does he know? It just so happens that chatting helps bones to heal.
Oh, this may be a major breakthrough in orthopedics. Chatting helps bones to heal.
Oh, and speaking of heel, that reminds me of toe, which reminds me of feet, which reminds me of dancing.
Only you would talk about dancing to a man with a broken leg. Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes, sir.
I know you are an angel of mercy.
Oh.
But please take wing.
Here we are.
Oh, I'll take that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, look what we have here, Mr. Mooney, our lunch.
We are not very hungry.
Well, now, when we are convalescing, we must take our nourishment so that we get strong enough to get out of our beddy by.
Betty, Mrs. Carmichael. Oh, that was very clever of you. Oh, yes, a broken rib will take my mind off my broken leg.
Terribly sorry. Now, you'll feel better after you've had your lunch. Now, let's see what we have. Oh, chicken soup. Chicken soup is very good to calm the nerves.
Chatting heals bones, chicken soup soothes the nerves. Dr. Hutchinson certainly wasted his time going to medical school.
That could be, yes. Oh, look at this. Turkey gravy, mashed potatoes, and creamed beets. What yummy.
Mrs. Carmichael, will you leave me alone with my yummy?
No, no, sir. I'm going to feed you.
I'm perfectly capable
Oh,
of
no,
feeding
you're not.
myself.
You're not strong enough to feed
Mrs.
yourself.
Carmichael,
Now, let's
Mrs.
open our mouth. Let's open
I can feed myself. I'm not a child. Mrs. Carmichael, I'm going to feed myself.
Well, all right, sir, if that's the way you want it.
Why did you do that?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll clean it up.
Out! Out! Help! Mrs. Blake! Get away from me! Don't you touch me! Get out! Help! Get out of here! Never knock on my door again! Get out! Get out!
Mr. Mooney, that thinks me the trouble.
Get this woman out of here! Get her out of my sight! Look what she did to my lunch! She almost broke my rib, and she wrote all over my back!
Calm your nerves. Oh, Mr. Mooney, I'm so sorry this happened. I can assure you this will never happen again, sir.
Get her out of here! Get her out of here!
Try to relax.
Mrs. Carmichael?
Yes, ma'am? You are not to come in this room again.
No, ma'am.
You are not to come on this floor again.
No, ma'am.
In fact, if I see you on this floor again, I'll have you dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait! I just remembered. You are the one who gave me that welcome mat!
Yes, ma'am.
An AM/FM radio alarm. A countertop broiler. The popular Osterizer. And the electric ice cream maker are among the hundreds of gifts Jefferson Savings and Loan will help you get by giving you double TV stamps now when you save. As a bonus, you could even win this 25-inch Zenith color TV. Jefferson Savings and Loan. Strength through serving people.
He's a marvelous, magical Burger King. He can do most anything.
I love Magic and burgers and fries, and here's something new right before your eyes.
The Burger King Iron-On. Your mother can do it for you. It looks so bright on the front of your T-shirt. Free to kids 12 and younger at any participating Burger King, and you don't have to buy anything. Every child gets one.
He's got food and fun for everyone. Burger King, yay!
We asked the passengers aboard the riverboat Brazos Queen in Waco, Texas, to have a little fun, conducting their own Pepsi challenge.
I want you all to tell me which one you chose. All right. Okay. Are you surprised? Yes. Why so? Because we always drink Coke.
This is the same kind of test we gave people all across the country, and nationwide, more people prefer Pepsi over Coca-Cola.
I think it's very fair.
People who let their taste decide pick Pepsi.
I really and truly did not know that Pepsi was that good.
See the Cinemate movie Friday night at 8, sponsored in part by Universal Furniture, home of the chairman and floor after floor of sale price brand name furniture and appliances.
Dr. Jensen, Dr. Merritt, Dr. Hatton, Dr. Edward, Dr. Edward, Dr. Edward. Nurse, I'll be in 305. Yes, Mrs. West. Good day. Hello there. Lucy, what are you doing here? Now, Mrs. Blake gave strict orders that you were not to be on the 3rd floor. I don't care. I've just got to talk to Mr. Mooney. How is he? Well, he's still pretty groggy from that sedative. That's perfect. It is? Yeah. While he's groggy, I'll get him to sign a check. That way he'll be giving me money without knowing it. I said he was groggy, not unconscious. Well, I've just got to get that dress. Now, I think it's worth a try, Viv. Now, Lucy, this whole floor is off limits to you. You'll never make it way down that hall to his room. Oh, yes, I can. I have a plan, but I need your help. Now, come on. Hello? Dr. Jackson, Dr. Gilmore, Dr. Ralston.
Well, now, here we are, Mrs. Edwards. I'll just get your records, and then we'll be on our way to the solarium.
Thank you.
Nurse. Yes? Would you come with me, please?
Oh, it will only be a minute.
But she, I
now,
have
come
to,
with me now.
I'll see you later.
Excuse me.
Here we go. All right, now, Mrs. Edwards, we'll be on our way. Edwards, where are you going? Mrs. Edwards, oh! Please now, Mrs. Edwards, let's not be testy. Mrs. Edwards, where are you going? Mrs. Edwards, come back here! Volunteer, I want to dismiss from this hospital. This way. Hurry! Hurry!
the lemony look of sunshine. A different taste for you.
Do it with Mountain Dew from the makers of Pepsi-Cola. You've never tasted anything like it. The freshest lemony taste this side of sunshine.
Hello, sunshine. Hello, Mountain Dew.
Big Red Gum.
Rounding up these horses is a big job. It's a piece of work that calls for a strong hand. Calls for a piece of Big Red chewing gum, too. Big Red's got a big, bold taste, yeah. Big Red makes your mouth come alive.
Chew the gum called Big Red with a bold, clean bite and the big, strong flavor that's bound to hit you right. Big Red. Make Big Red your brand.
If you're ready to quit being average, maybe you can be one of us. Talk to your local Marine recruiter or call this toll-free number. We'll listen. Whammo presents Fun Fountain. Attach it to a garden hose, and you can start some good old splashing times. You and your friends can splash and dash and leap and jump. Or catch it if you can. You can make Fun Fountain blast off or whirl down. This summer, you can clown around with Fun Fountain. Fun Fountain, new from Whammo.
Some kids still dig surfing in California tans, just cruising up and down the coast in psychedelic vans. I don't rave about a perfect wave, it takes more to make me smile. When I hang 10, I'm earning cash, they pay me by the mile. Oh, me and my RC, it tastes mighty good to me, 'cause what's plain old good to other folks ain't good enough for me and my RC, yeah, me and my
Dr. Davis! Hey, Dr. Davis! I was in the gallery when you operated just now. May I congratulate you on that gastric resection?
Thank you.
I noticed you also repaired a diaphragmatic hernia, besides doing a vagotomy.
I did. Oh, I did.
Say, Dr. Davis, if you have a few moments, I'd be so honored if you'd care to come and observe. I'm doing my first autopsy.
Well, I'd love to, but I've got to perform another one of those gastric, whatchamacallit.
Another one?
It's not on the same man. I can't understand it. She can't just have disappeared into thin air.
That's true. I'm going into the office and phone downstairs and see if they found her.
All right. Oh, it's only you. Where have you been? Where did you go? Come on. He's out like a light. Yeah, those sedative pills really sent him bye-bye. Well, what do we do now? Wake him up? Yeah, but we have to be very careful how we wake him up. We want him to be awake enough to sign the check, but not awake enough to know that he's doing it. Mr. Mooney! Mr. Mooney! Come on, Mr. Mooney. Wake up. Mr. Mooney! Hey, come on, I got an idea. Mr. Mooney! Mr. Mooney! There's a run on the bank! Wait. Oh, Mr. Mooney! Hey, you used to live on a farm in Indiana. Maybe this'll do it. What was that? A rooster. Well, it sounded more like a lovesick hummingbird. I can crow. Let me do it. Okay.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Mr. Mooney. How are you feeling?
I feel a little groggy.
Yes, well, you feel a lot better once I set your leg. And before I do, I have to have your signature on the release to give me permission.
Glad to know.
You just sign right there, Mr. Mooney. Here. Mr. Mooney. Mr. Mooney, wake up. Do the rooster again.
What's the matter? What's that rooster doing in my bank?
That's right, Mr. Mooney. We're at the bank, and we're getting up a birthday card for Mr. Bentley, the teller, and we want everyone to sign, and you're the last one to sign.
Oh, what a sweet soul.
Oh, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. Mr. Mooney. Oh, he signed it. He did. Got it, yeah. Oh, good. Go get the dress. Oh, wait a minute. What? Look at the way he signed it. Theodore J. Betty by. Oh. Come on, Mr. Mooney. Mr. Mooney, let's do another cock-a-doodle-doo.
What's the matter?
Remember, Mr. Mooney, you're at the bank and
We're not at the bank. I'm in the hospital.
Oh, yes. Yes, you're in the hospital, and we would like you to sign our guest book. All the important patients. We want to sign our guest book.
Oh, that's very flattering.
Theodore J. Mooney. M-O-O-N-E-Y. Oh, Mr. Mooney. Wake up, Mr. Mooney. Come on. What did you do with the pen? Pen's gone? Oh, Lucy. What do you do with the pen? Mr. Mooney, come on now. Maybe put it under the bed, Lucy. Mr. Mooney.
What are you doing under my cast, Dr. Carmichael?
I just wanted you to give me some money so I could buy Chris a new dress. She's going to her first formal dance.
Well, in that case, I will give you the advance.
It's so important to a teenage girl, her very first formal dance. You will?
That is the first sensible reason you have ever given for asking for an advance on your allowance.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, you're a doll. Quick, Biff, get his leg off here so I can give him a big kiss. Okay.
Let her lie. You let her
Monitor over at our station, would you, Ernie? This is Alec Gifford. Here's the news. Coming up 1 hour from now on News Scene 8. Lights were dimmed at offices throughout the New Orleans area today. Power cutbacks are in effect. The power companies say they are pleased. The Stephanie Hebert case. 2 weeks since the child disappeared in Wagaman. Authorities report there are absolutely no firm clues in that case. Action reporter. And a report on a guy who tackled the New Orleans Police Department over illegally parked police cars, and he won. You'll see it 8 in 1 hour.
What could be better than a weekend in the great outdoors? Breakfast at McDonald's.
Drive carefully, Ronald.
Just in time for breakfast at McDonald's with hotcakes and sausage.
And milk and juice to make it complete.
Breakfast at McDonald's really gets you going. McDonald's.
Watch the Newlywed Game weekdays at 5:30. The time now 5 o'clock.
This is the ABC Evening News with Harry Reesner and Barbara Walters, who is on vacation, and Sam Donaldson in Washington.
Moscow charges 2 American reporters with slander. This is John Scally.
A new report warns of asbestos dangers to the nation's school children. This is Jules Bergman.
More deaths in the fighting in Rhodesia. Howard Tuckner reports.
$200,000 for this porcelain parrot, just part of the sale of the century. I'm Greg Dobbs.
Good evening. John Crawford hugged his fiancée and burst into tears today in his Moscow hotel room, a room also occupied by 2 Soviet KGB agents. Crawford is the American businessman who had been mysteriously jailed by the Russians 2 weeks ago. He was released today saying only, "I'm fine, I'll have a statement tomorrow." More from Moscow and Charles Bierbauer.
When American businessman Jay Crawford was arrested 2 weeks ago, it was widely assumed that the Soviets would try to swap his freedom for that of the 2 Russians jailed on spy charges in the U.S. But American embassy officials who were aware of some negotiations were surprised by the timing of Crawford's release. And even after the Russians were let go, embassy officials here knew nothing of the deal. The American consular officer who has visited Crawford regularly since his arrest arrived at his office in the morning asking, "Where is Crawford?" Crawford was then still in Moscow's Lefortovo prison, awaiting his release into the custody of American Ambassador Malcolm Toon. A brief statement issued after an embassy staff meeting said only that an understanding had been reached by the ambassador and Mr. Crawford, and that Crawford would remain available to Soviet authorities who have charged the American businessman with currency violations. Whether Crawford will ever stand trial is uncertain. The spy trial of the 2 Russians is set for September. The diplomatic climate, chilled by Crawford's arrest, will warm somewhat with his release. The whole incident is without precedent here, and diplomatic sources suggest one of the most confusing affairs they have witnessed. Charles Bierbauer, ABC News, Moscow.
This is John Scally in Washington. To add further to the confusion and concern, the Soviet government has suddenly charged 2 American newsmen in Moscow with slander. It is an unprecedented action. Reporter Craig Whitney of the New York Times and Harold Piper of the Baltimore Sun were told to appear in a civil court tomorrow. The accusations against the 2 were not spelled out. Both immediately denied any wrongdoing and were promptly backed up by their editors. The 2 reporters suspected that articles they wrote last month during a visit to Soviet Georgia are the target of the charges. At that time, they wrote that friends of a Soviet dissident said his confession had been fabricated as part of a Soviet television program. In a telephone call from Moscow to ABC News in Washington, reporter Whitney discussed the case with Sam Donaldson.
What have you done that has displeased them?
The only thing we can think of that it might have so displeased them was an article that, an interview that both of us had with relatives of a dissident in Georgia at the end of May, in which these relatives claimed that a televised confession he had made and repentance of his activities had been fabricated by the authorities. That's probably what this case is about, but we have no direct information about it from the court.
Here in Washington, Soviet Ambassador Dobrynin said the 2 men had nothing to fear if they had not broken the law. But when Dobrynin called here at the State Department, he found Secretary Vance deeply concerned about whether the accusations had been deliberately rigged to reinforce demands for the immediate return home of 2 accused Russian spies. The 2 former UN employees are now in Dobrynin's custody, pending a trial scheduled for sometime in September. It's clear the Soviets would like to swap the 2 Soviet agents even up for the American businessman that they released temporarily from jail today. But some administration officials believe it would be a one-sided deal strongly tilted in favor of the Soviets, and that Moscow should be pressured to give up more in order to make it an even trade. Thus, the concern about the fate of American reporters. Some key officials believe that Moscow is now signaling that it will not hesitate to crack down even harder against the American press unless the accused Soviet spies are allowed to return home free. John Scally, ABC News, at the State Department.
In a Moscow street today, outside the Intourist Hotel, a young Russian night watchman went berserk with an axe, killing 2 elderly Swedish tourists, severely injuring a 3rd. 7 Pentecostalists from Siberia barricaded themselves inside the U.S. Embassy in Moscow today. They said they won't leave until the Soviet Union gives them exit visas. There was another Soviet space launch today. On board, a Russian pilot and a researcher, the first Polish cosmonaut ever to go into space. The pair will link up with 2 cosmonauts already in orbit. And the White House announced today it is sending a high-level delegation of 14 American scientists to Peking next week. They'll have 4 days of discussions with Chinese scientists. In recent weeks, a number of U.S. scientists have canceled trips to Russia to protest Soviet treatment of dissidents.
Coming up, Jules Bergman with a report on the danger of asbestos in schools.
Denture wearers, kiss ordinary toothpaste goodbye.
Bye.
And say hello to new denture cream, the denture toothpaste with mint.
Hello, Mint.
Hello, mint.
Hello, Mint.
You know Denture Cream's anti-yellowing formula gets rid of dingy yellow film. It's specially made for cleaning dentures, and now it has mint. Kiss ordinary toothpaste goodbye.
Bye.
And say hello to new Denture Cream with the toothpaste flavor of mint.
Hello, Mint.
A great car price starts with a great car. So I bought this new Pontiac Grand Prix with its classic style. Because of its modest base price, I was able to add sport mirrors, white wall radials, deluxe wheel covers, front bumper guards, even a V8, power steering and brakes, automatic transmission, and Delco AM radio. A Grand Prix sticker priced at just $58.35. Now that's a great reason to see your Pontiac dealer.
A conference on environmental hazards being held in New York reported today that thousands of low-income families in Puerto Rico face cancer risks because of asbestos dust flaking off of building materials in their homes. And a U.S. government report out tonight makes the same finding of danger regarding building materials containing asbestos used in some American schools. More on that from Jules Bergman.
It's these tiny fibers that are the killers. Smaller than dust, smaller than most bacteria, and many viruses. Invisible in most cases, except with electron microscopes. The asbestos menace in our schools was really discovered here in Howell Township, New Jersey in 1976. Because of this and other New Jersey schools which have the problem, the government funded a full-scale study to see just how widespread it was. The finding? 10% of New Jersey's 2,000 schools used asbestos, and 1/3 of those had sprayed asbestos on ceilings and walls in student areas. And here in New York, nearly 20% of the city's 1,000 schools were found to have asbestos. This junior high will be the first school in the city to be repaired starting next month, the beginning of a multi-million-dollar job. The cafeteria, music room, and band room all have asbestos used for noise control. This cafeteria has an asbestos ceiling that was sprayed on. You can see how easily it dents, starting the flaking process that creates danger for all those who breathe it in. What should you do if your child is in a school with asbestos?
If the kids don't smoke, that will protect them from the worst sort of danger that asbestos can give them. So that's a very clear recommendation. Don't smoke. Secondly, to work with the schools to determine if there is asbestos in the ceilings and walls, and if there is, either remove it or seal it.
So today's report is a warning that thousands of schools across the nation have asbestos. And because of the time lag, the long latency period, what youngsters breathe in now can start asbestos disease 15 to 30 years later. Asbestos disease that can be fatal. This is Jules Bergman, ABC News, New York.
Another problem that has worsened over the years is the decay of the U.S. railroad system. No solution has been very successful. One recent attempt was the formation of Conrail. The hope was that costs would be brought under control. Today's Senate hearings began in New York to see how well or how badly that effort is going. ABC Economics editor Dan Kortz looks at the situation.
This is the way Vernon Conway spends much of his time these days. But that's not bad. He's collecting $1,900 a month as a laid-off trailer repairman for Pennsylvania Trucking Lines, a subsidiary of Conrail. And he'll keep on getting it until he retires 13 years from now. When 6 bankrupt railroads in the East and Midwest were combined in 1973 to form Conrail, Congress okayed $250 million to pay workers who were dropped, laid off, or downgraded. The idea was to help trim the payroll so Conrail could make a profit. But Penn trucking workers say the company is now paying outside firms to do the work that used to be done by the laid-off workers. That lowers Conrail's reported costs, but sticks the taxpayers.
You have people that's sitting home being paid their normal salary. To me, they're paying double the price.
The company claims it's all perfectly legitimate.
We are trying to just about eliminate that trucking business.
And this is the means by which we, just like we're trying to eliminate lots of the railroad business. I mean, after all, it's part and parcel of the same activity.
All the same, that $250 million fund, which was supposed to last 40 years, will now run out by 1980. The Senate subcommittee hearings that started today here in New York are looking into that and other criticisms of Conrail. Chairman George McGovern, angry because Conrail's chief executive didn't show up, charged the company doesn't bother to keep Congress informed of its problems. And Congressman Toby Moffett, a Connecticut Democrat, made public a confidential Conrail memo that said the company may need as much as $4 billion more in government funds to be successful. Moffett indicated he won't vote for it.
We have neither profit now nor good service. We have neither efficiency nor accountability to the Congress. So we're losing both ways.
Conrail has now lost more than $500 million, and that performance means that when these hearings are over, it may have a tough time getting the additional billions in government subsidies that it says it needs. Dan Courts, ABC News, New York.
Vice President Mondale added his voice to the president's today in calling for the resignation of David Gartner from the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. A longtime friend of Gartner's, Mondale said he, too, thinks the fact Gartner's children were once given a gift of stock in a large grain concern undercuts Gartner's ability to serve on a commission that regulates commodities, including grain. But Mondale conceded that White House officials and the Senate knew all about the gift when Gartner was nominated and confirmed. More on that from Bettina Gregory.
The White House counsel's office said it had full knowledge of David Gartner's financial affairs, that it had evaluated his file but concluded there was not enough of a problem to alert the president that Gartner should not be appointed. So the White House says the president never knew about Gartner's dealings until after he'd been confirmed by the Senate Agriculture Committee. By yesterday, the president was not only questioning his counsel's office judgment on forwarding this nomination, he was calling for Gartner's resignation.
I believe, though, in light of the fact that there is an allegation of impropriety on his part, with which I agree, that he should resign.
Despite the heat from the top, Gartner told Roger Peterson yesterday and reaffirmed to ABC News today he will not resign.
I think I should also point out that that the president asked for my resignation based on allegations of an impropriety rather than an impropriety. And I think there's something that's rather important about that.
The Senate committee has recalled Gartner for more questioning tomorrow, but since he's already been confirmed, neither Congress nor the president can force him out of office. The White House admits it's been embarrassed by the whole affair, but pressed on whether screening procedures for federal appointees should be tightened up, White House News Secretary Jody Powell said no. With hundreds of appointees, Powell said, the case of David Gartner was just one of those things. Bettina Gregory, ABC News, the White House.
Demonstrators paraded in front of the federal courthouse in New York today, denouncing Attorney General Griffin Bell. Inside, the judge reserved decision on whether to hold Bell in contempt for refusing to turn over files of FBI informants. The case involves FBI spying on the Socialist Workers' Party. Richard Nixon's publisher says the former president's memoirs have already sold more than 250,000 copies at $20 each, in spite of some critical scorn and an attempted reader's boycott. Last night, at a home game in Anaheim of the California Angels, Mr. Nixon responded to some basic questions.
How's Mrs. Nixon?
Oh, she's just fine, and she's an Angel fan, as I am.
Are you planning to make some more public appearances, Mr. Nixon?
Well, I don't consider this a public appearance. I think that the fact that I'm able to go to a ball game, I haven't been able to do much of that in recent years. I really don't intend to do very much of it in the future, because, as you know, it really greatly inconveniences a lot of people when a president or even a former president, with all the Secret Service that the law requires, are around you. Gene Autry was very cordial about it, but I know that he would have liked to have had about 4 or 5 of those seats that our guys took for some of his other friends, so I won't bother him too often.
What's wrong, Charlie?
I'm sorry. My doctor says caffeine makes me nervous, but I just don't like decaffeinated coffee.
Even you, Sanka brand?
It now has more real coffee aroma and taste than ever.
Smells real.
Try it.
Now that's real coffee. I feel terrific.
It shows.
Well, you showed me real coffee taste.
New Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee. More real coffee aroma and taste.
Little Peggy!
Welcome to the family reunion! Little Peggy! Aww! Oh, little Peggy! We killed this boy!
Even when you can't hold up any longer, your hair still looks great with Final Net. And now Final Net introduces the new Sure Aim pump for finer, mistier mist. Final Net holds up longer than you do.
Little Peggy baked these herself.
It happens so suddenly. You're not a girl anymore. You have to take care of your appearance, not leave it to chance. Many women have discovered a secret for taking care of their skin. Oil of Olay. Use it under makeup. It's not greasy, yet it eases dryness to help give your skin that's fresh and younger looking. Isn't that the only kind you ever want?
Oil of Olay, so every age can be the best you've ever looked.
Listen to your kitten purr. You don't want fleas to torture her. That's why your precious ball of fur wears the Heart's 2-in-1 Plus collar. As she grows, while it keeps her free of itchy, ugly, nasty fleas, it protects your home, your family. The Heart's 2-in-1 Plus collar.
Get the longest-lasting collar ever from Hearts.
Put the plus on your pet. The Heart's 2-in-1 Plus.
In Rhodesia, 4 members of Bishop Abba Mazawea's United African National Council have been reported killed trying to persuade black guerrillas to lay down their arms. One of the major units of the Rhodesian Army moving against the guerrillas is the Sella Scouts. Howard Tuckner watched them in action.
From the moment they arrive at this training camp at Lake Kariba, Selu Scout volunteers are taught how to live in the bush. They are taught how to make fire with twigs and elephant manure. By eating the bark of trees, they put together tough string that is used for various purposes in the bush. One of the chief uses is to make web netting to carry their water canteens and ammunition magazines for their rifles.
By now, they're extremely tired, almost exhausted, and they haven't had any commercial kind of food for about a month.
On this day, the Selu Scout volunteers get a lesson, and considering how hungry they are, get what they will soon feel is a treat. A buck has been killed. The instructor tells them how important it is to live off whatever they can find while on military operations in the bush. They are taught how wild game can provide instant protein when eaten raw, and how water can be extracted from the intestines of animals. They drink the putrid water.
Can you people, come on, some of you youngsters, jump up here. Is that nice?
Yes, sir.
Raw liver, once you've accepted the taste, is probably better tasting than cooked liver. I don't want to see anybody spitting it out. Get used to it. It's important, and it's for your own good.
We want to teach you how to survive in the bush. We want to teach you that the bush is not an unfriendly place. It's neutral. It neither kills you or looks after you. It's up to you. If you understand it and you know it, you will live as if you're lost. If you don't understand it, you'll die. It's as easy as that.
They are taught about snakes for 2 reasons. One as potential food, secondly to protect themselves from lethal snake bite in the bush. On this day, a puff adder bites even the most experienced instructor. A bite from a puff adder can kill a man within 1 to 6 hours. They do what they can for the Selu Scout instructor here at the camp, but they do not have the proper snake bite serum. They would have to evacuate him to a hospital on the mainland. For Selu Scout volunteers, it goes on unceasingly, day in, day out. Those who qualify will probably be among the toughest soldiers in the world. Howard Tuckner, ABC News, with the Selu Scouts, Rhodesia.
Coming up, Greg Dobbs with a report on a multi-million-dollar art auction.
One day, cheese went out of my life. I found out this innocent-looking slice of American cheese has about 100 calories. That's as much as this slice of angel cake with chocolate syrup. Sure, I watch my figure. But give up cheese? Me? Luckily, along came Lightline, a processed cheese product that tastes like cream, but only half the calories of ordinary American cheese. Fresh-tasting, delicious Lightline with half the calories.
One of the things that Buick's always worked with best is the idea of room. The amount of room for families and things, and the kind of room for luxury. Now, this Buick LeSabre not only has room for 6 people, it's also well, it's a heck of a nice place for them to be. Frankly, Buick thinks that with that much comfort and that much luxury, the LeSabre, dollar for dollar, might be their very best value. I wouldn't argue with that.
You know what traveler's checks are for. Traveling. But did you ever think how valuable they could be right around home? For those unexpected times you find yourself without cash? Here's a suggestion. When you come back from a trip, save your last American Express traveler's check. Stick it in your wallet and leave it there. Now you've got emergency money when you need it. And it's safe money. If you should lose it, you can get it back. American Express traveler's checks. Save one, because someday it could save you.
Ballpark Franks, they plump when you cook them. Ballpark Franks, when the Franks cook bigger, you gotta figure they're Ballpark Franks. They plump when you cook them. Ballpark Franks.
Ballpark Franks are plump full of juicy red beef, lean meaty pork, and young tender veal, so they plump when you cook them.
Those Franks on the fire get longer and higher, they're Ballpark Franks. They plump when you cook them. Ballpark Franks.
The Senate today moved to block President Carter from imposing import fees on foreign oil, something he says he'll do if Congress doesn't pass his proposed oil equalization tax. A White House spokesman accused the Senate of trying to duck a tough problem and said the president's reaction to the move was one of disgust. There's good news to report today in the chronic battle of the trade deficit. Although the U.S. chalked up a deficit of almost $2.25 billion in May, that's the lowest figure in 8 months. For the past week, the London auction house of Sotheby's has been selling a single art collection, and $30 million is the take so far. Greg Dobbs was on hand for part of the action.
The 1940 composition by Matisse. I have a bid of £100,000, or 100,000.
For the oil by Matisse, bidding began at £100,000.
250,000, 260,000. 270,000, 280,000, 290,000, 300,000.
Bidders quickly pushed the price up to $310,000, well over $500,000, which is how it's been here for a week. Remarkable pieces, record prices. Nearly $200,000 was paid this morning for this rare porcelain parrot. Nearly $1 million last week for this 550-year-old Italian altarpiece. And this, a medieval enamel medallion less than 6 inches across, was the prize of the auction, selling for £1.2 million, or nearly $2.25 million. Some of the biggest bidders and buyers were German museums, operating as a group with matching funds from their government, purchasing pieces that Robert von Hirsch took with him as a Jew fleeing Germany in the 1930s. But bidders came from everywhere, and even participated from 4 cities elsewhere by phone.
The very back of the room, 35,000. 40,000 in New York, 45,000.
One of the truly incredible things about an auction like this, besides the prices, is the mood. Watch what happened after this early Picasso was sold for more than $250,000. Hardly pandemonium. There are, after all, more losers than winners here. Those who can't keep up as the bidding rises. Those who fear they'll never again have the chance to buy such rare and beautiful works of art. But the feeling is they will. The feeling is there are bound to be more sales of the century before the century passes.
9,000.
I'm Greg Dobbs, ABC News in London.
More than 6,000 people rampaged through the Mexican border city of Matamoros last night, protesting police brutality. At least 35 people were injured before Mexican federal police finally gained the upper hand. Witnesses say the rampage began when police tried to break up a demonstration against alleged police harassment of students. It was a name-dropper's paradise in Monte Carlo today. Celebrities gathered for tomorrow's wedding of Monaco's Princess Caroline and French businessman Philippe Junot. Cary Grant's and Gregory Peck's cars collided in front of David Niven's house on their way to a wedding eve party. It was the biggest party since Caroline's mother and father were married back in the 50s. Pierre Salinger reminisces.
22 years ago, it was a storybook wedding. A Prince Charming presiding over a toy kingdom and the most glamorous movie star in America. Prince Rainier of Monaco and Grace Kelly were the toast of the world. Tomorrow, it's the turn of their 21-year-old daughter, the Princess Caroline, who will marry a 38-year-old Paris real estate dealer, Philippe Junot, until now best known for his frequent sorties in Paris nightclubs. The trappings of a royal wedding are all there. The flags are being raised. The European press, though uninvited to the proceedings, is filling its pages with pictures of Caroline and Philippe. The souvenir dealers count on land office business from the thousands of tourists attracted by a royal marriage. But times have changed. Royalty is going downhill in Europe. And those who have been invited to the ceremony better enjoy it, for there may not be many royal weddings in the future. This is Pierre Salinger, ABC News, Monte Carlo.
How does a mother of 3 watch her weight and nutrition?
I start my day with the Kellogg's Special K breakfast.
Good for you.
Coffee, juice.
Good for you.
High-protein Special K cereal.
Good for you.
A teaspoon of sugar and 4 ounces of skim milk.
Good for you.
It's serious nutrition for weight-conscious adults with protein, vitamins, and iron for less than 240 calories.
And delicious.
Good for you, Special K.
Good for me.
Bert and Sally will marry. Penny and Rob will split.
Imagine that.
Just 2 of 60 fascinating predictions in this week's National Enquirer. Fantastic forecasts about the world and its famous people, plus the untold story of how Jackie Gleason hid his agonizing pain so the show could go on, how you can reduce heart attack risk by eating cereal fiber, and how to look 10 pounds slimmer just by wearing the right clothes. Over 100 untold stories and 60 predictions in this week's National Enquirer.
I wouldn't miss it, don't you?
Again, tonight's top stories. An American businessman is released from jail in Russia, but 2 American newsmen in Moscow are charged with slander. And a new report warns of asbestos dangers in the nation's schools. That's the news. Good night.
This has been the ABC Evening News with Harry Reisner and Barbara Walters.
This is Alec Gifford, News Scene 8 in half an hour. The headlines in the news. The lights were dimmed at many offices throughout New Orleans today. The power cutbacks are in effect. The power companies say they are pleased. The battle over sales tax increase for New Orleans continues. The mayor does not like the latest proposal. Neither does the Orleans Parish School Board. And we'll tell you the story from Action Reporter on a guy who tackled the New Orleans Police Department over some illegally parked police cars, and he won. News Scene 8 in 30 minutes. Stay tuned.
News Scene 8 headlines brought to you by American Rent-All. We rent just about everything.
Have a big cement slab to break? Don't spend $5,000 on equipment. Rent it from American Rent-All.
American Rent-All, 11 locations.
We rent just about everything. You don't need a large air compressor to break up 4-inch thick pavement. Rent this electric one from American Rent-All.
American Rent-All, 11 locations.
So we rent just about everything. American Rent-All rents this electric hammer. It drills holes in concrete up to 4 inches.
American Rent-All, 11 locations.
We rent just about everything.
News Scene 8 headlines were brought to you by American Rent-All. We rent just about everything. Watch The Rookies weeknights at 11.
From Hollywood,
Here come the newlyweds. Yes, it's the newlywed game. Now let's meet our newlywed couples for today. Couple number 1, married just 14 months, Lloyd and Kathy George. Couple number 2, married just 19 months, Mike and Beverly Hayes. Couple number 3, married just 12 short months, John and Kathy Napolitano. And couple number 4, married just 24 months, Jack and Katie Reeves. Those are our newlyweds for today, and here's your host, the star of the newlywed game, Bob Eubanks.
Well, thank you very much, and welcome to the Newlywed Game. We're glad you could join us. We've got 4 newlywed couples, all married less than 2 years, and they're here to play our game. So when we come back, we'll begin with our 5-point questions. Don't go away.
Columbia Pictures presents The Boys in Company C. Their story is the most unusual movie about war you've ever seen.
We love it here in Vietnam, this paradise, vacation land, scenery is really grand. We love it here in Vietnam.
You might want to forget the war, but you'll never forget The Boys in Company C, rated R.
We love it here in Vietnam.
Starts Friday at the Joy Arion, Algiers Drive-In, Do Drive-In, and Joy Theater.
Ticks and fleas, a nightmare for your dog or cat. Dangerous creatures that make lovable pets suffer. That's why your pet needs the Hearts 2-in-1 Plus collar. The long-lasting collar that kills fleas, ticks, even ticks that spread Rocky Mountain spotted fever. The Hearts 2-in-1 Plus collar ends the nightmare of ticks and fleas. Long-lasting protection on your pet, so it protects your family.
Put the plus on your pet, the Hearts 2-in-1 Plus.
Bryan Chevytown has just what this country needs. A good 5-cent cigar and a good old-fashioned deal on a new 78 Chevrolet. Get $1,600 off manufacturer's list price on a 78 Monte Carlo demonstrator. Let's shake on it. For good old-fashioned honest sales advice, personalized service, quality parts, and a good 5-cent cigar, come to the big new modern Bryan Chevytown 8200 Airline between Clearview and Williams Boulevard.
It's the star, and here's Jean Dixon.
I've got good news and bad news for Dolly Parton, John Wayne, and Burt Reynolds, plus some cautious advice for Jackie O and Betty Ford.
The star also has your daily horoscope for July. Then supermodel Cheryl Teagues, who's chucking her career to have a... Next, Diana Nyad swimming around Manhattan, but soon she'll be braving hungry alligators and man-eating sharks during her 130-mile swim from Cuba to Florida. Get all this and more in the extra color pages of The Star.
Off stage, it's time for some 5-point questions. As you know, gentlemen, you'll be answering these questions as you predict your wife will answer the same question when she returns. Now, if her answer matches your prediction, you'll chalk up 5 points towards a special grand prize that's been selected especially for you. So listen carefully. Remember, each question is worth 5 points. Each correct prediction brings you that much closer to that grand prize we were talking about. If you're ready, guys, here we go with your first one. And it's a good one. You'll like this one. Gentlemen, when specifically will your wife say, "You think of your last girlfriend most often"? I told you you'd like this one, guys. Jack, when do you think of your last girlfriend most often?
At night. Yeah, at night. Yeah.
At night?
At night, yeah.
Ah, fine, Jack. Okay. John?
Well, when my wife isn't there.
When your wife isn't there.
Is she in the back? I hope.
Are you thinking of your girlfriend right now?
No.
No, okay. Mike?
Well, you see, when we have these fantastic fights, she always say, "I bet you're thinking about your other girlfriend now."
It's when you fight with your wife, then.
Right.
I see. Hey, Lloyd?
I'd say the time I think about her most is when we're driving through the town that she lives in and we never stop and see her.
What town is that?
That's in Oxnard.
Oh, would you like to stop and see her sometime?
Yeah, matter of fact, I would.
I understand. You're driving through Oxnard. The next question, gentlemen. If your mother-in-law, meaning your wife's mother, naturally, sent you a large oil painting of herself, where specifically will your wife say you would put that painting? And be very specific, please. Now, John, you get this beautiful oil painting, very large, of your mother-in-law. Now, where would you put that painting?
Well, if it fit in the bathroom, I'd try it there.
Yeah, but where in the bathroom?
Well, facing the toilet as you're sitting there.
Facing the toilet in the bathroom. That'll be fine. Mike?
I don't know if I better say that. My mother-in-law.
The large lady coming down the aisle, is that her? Yeah. Sir, where would you put that painting?
I think she would say I'd put it in the closet.
Which closet?
In the bedroom.
The bedroom closet?
Right.
That's so you can take private peeks yourself. Lloyd?
I'd say it'd have to go in the front room because...
Where in the front room?
Probably over the couch.
Over the couch in the front room?
Right, because that's the only
Is
room
that on
we
a
have.
wall? Is that what you, or just...
Yeah,
okay.
on the wall.
Facing which way, though? Never mind.
Yeah,
Jack?
Fifth Amendment.
I'd say the bathroom because...
Where in the bathroom, Jack?
Oh, probably on the ceiling.
On the ceiling in the bathroom. Read everything on the walls, haven't you? Yeah.
Go for the gusto, sure.
Yeah. Here's the last of our 5-point questions. Gentlemen, what will your wife say is her most masculine physical feature? What's her most masculine physical feature, Mike?
Oh, it's got to be her legs.
Her legs are masculine. All right. Lloyd?
I'd have to go along with legs because the rest is way too feminine.
Her legs?
Yeah.
Jack?
Boobs. Boobs for sure.
Masculine, huh?
Masculine.
I'm sorry.
What can I say?
Probably not as sorry as you are, but I'm sorry. John?
I would have to say her arms, because when she hugs me sometimes, I'm out of breath.
I see, her arms. Gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll be right back to reunite the newlyweds. We'll see how well the husbands have predicted what their wives will say. But first, here's Johnny Jacobs with gifts for runners-up. John?
Our 3 runner-up couples will receive Turtle Wax Super Hard Shell Car Wax Kit with high-speed applicator, a pre-whip formula that cleans, waxes, and seals in the shine from Turtle Wax. And for fast temporary relief from the pain and dryness of minor sore throat, it's Cepacol Troches, handy foil strips for purse or pocket. Plus, party time cocktail mixes, 10 delicious flavors made with freeze-dried natural fruit juices for a great drink every time, party time. And now back to Bob Eubanks and the Newlywed Game.
Okay, gentlemen, we've recorded your predictions on cards and now have them in your laps. Every time that your prediction matches your wife's answer, you'll be given 5 points. Then the one couple with the most points at the end of the show will win a grand prize that's been selected especially for that couple. The ladies are back, and girls, here's your first question. Girls, when specifically does your husband think of his last girlfriend most often? When does he think of his last girlfriend most often? And we'll begin with you, Kathy.
Never. I've never heard him think of his last girlfriend.
Yeah, well, he does think about her because he told us all about her.
Oh, he does,
Now, when
huh?
do you think that is?
You mean a certain time in the day?
I don't know. I just said when
does he
specifically.
think of her most often? When he takes his camera out.
When he takes his camera out.
Yeah. She used to be a model.
Oh, he took some pictures, didn't he?
I don't think he took any, but I guess the association.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, Lloyd says he thinks about his last girlfriend most often when you drive through Oxnard.
That's right.
Yeah, imagine that's right.
Okay, all right. She's living in Oxnard.
Yeah, I know. He told us he'd like to stop and see her.
Oh, no.
That was what you said, wasn't it, Lloyd?
That's what I said.
I thought it was, right. Beverly?
That's one.
I'm sure he said he thinks about her whenever I bring her up.
Whenever you bring her up. Oh, no.
Yeah.
He thinks about her when you're having a fight.
That's about the right time.
That's the only time.
Kathy, when does he think about her?
Probably when he gets a letter from her. She still writes to
She
him.
still writes him. That's
still
nice. He says he thinks about her when you're not there.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Katie?
Which you don't know.
When he's in the toilet.
What's he doing in the toilet? Oh, when he's... Oh, I see what you say. Jack says he thinks about her at night.
Nice.
Well, let's move on as long as we're having fun. We're having a good time, aren't we? Here's our next question. Girls, if your mother sent you a large oil painting of herself, now where specifically would your husband put that painting? And please be very specific with your answer. Beverly, you're going to get this large oil painting of your mother. Now, where's Mike going to put that painting?
He'd probably say in the bathroom.
Where in the bathroom, though?
Where in the bathroom?
Yes.
Over the toilet.
Over the toilet. He said he would put that painting in the bedroom closet.
No, I didn't. You know she's in the audience. I couldn't say that. Why would I say that? Come on, you got to do better than that.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I'm in a crossfire.
Hey, Mike, if she wasn't in the audience, where would you put the painting?
I would still put it in the bedroom. We live next door.
Oh, I see. Okay. Kathy, where would your husband put that painting?
I think he would probably store it in the closet until
Which
she came
closet?
to visit. The hall closet.
The hall closet.
Right.
He said that he would probably put it on the bathroom wall.
Oh, nice.
That is
she's
nice,
going to
I
love me
think.
after that.
Katie?
In the living room.
Where in the living room?
Right, where everybody could see it, because he
What?
loves my mother.
Oh, isn't that nice? He'd put it on the bathroom ceiling.
You know, doll, I can look up. I can look at
Boy, you do a lot in the bathroom, don't you? Kathy?
Well, see, we live in one room.
I think that's nice.
It's only one room, so listening to the rest of the answers, I don't know what to say. It would have to be in the living room, I guess.
Where in the living room?
On the wall.
All right. He said he would put it, card please, over the living room couch. Judge said that's okay. All right, girls, last of our 5-point questions. We got one right, didn't we? Okay, last of our 5-point questions. Girls, what's your most masculine physical feature? Kathy, what's your most masculine physical feature?
Oh, gosh. I think maybe my nose.
Your nose. Your husband said it's your arms.
My arms?
He said you squeeze the air out of him sometimes.
Sometimes, when he deserves it.
Katie?
He'll say my mustache.
Your mustache, all right? He says it's your chest.
I love you, doll. Go for the gusto.
You're really doing well, Jack.
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah, I love it. Dig it.
Punishment, that's what he's after. Kathy?
I don't know. I guess it would have to be my arms. They're pretty
Your
big.
arms. Your husband said your most masculine physical feature is your legs. Beverly?
I'm sure he said my chest. Yeah, this fine little hairy line that goes down.
Oh, now he said your legs are masculine.
You always bragging about how you used to run track. Now what I'm gonna make you do now is take some hormone pills to grow some hair.
Couple number one. We'll be back with the wives, and we'll see how well they predict what their husbands will say right after this brief message.
Who's got the best darn burger in the whole wide world? Burger King and I.
Who's got the best darn burger in the whole wide world? Burger King and I.
At Burger King, our burgers are 100% beef, nothing but flame broiled, never fried.
Who's got the best darn burger in the whole wide world? Burger King and I.
Crisp lettuce and onions, pickles, tomato, fix your style, your size.
Who's got a juicy flame broiled burger that's never, never fried? A hot, fresh burger, yes, Burger King and I. Burger King and I.
For 100% pure beef burgers, hot and fresh tasting, fixed one at a time. Taste.
Who's got the best darn burger in the whole wide world? Burger King and I.
He thinks I buy Dixie plates just for look.
A paper plate is a paper plate.
Okay, you keep your plain uncoated white plate. I'll use the plastic-coated Dixie plate.
Dixie printed plates really are better. They have a tough plastic coating, a tough glazed finish. Why's that better? Watch.
Finished?
Hey, my plate sprung a leak.
No, just soaked through.
Your Dixie plate didn't.
Of course not. Dixie doesn't soak through.
Now she tells me.
Dixie, beneath all this beauty is one very tough plate.
This is our gang. Say hi, gang. Hi. And we're off to make a movie, right?
Right.
With the Kodak Our Gang movie camera. Kodak could have fancied it up, but they didn't. Made it simple. Kept the cost down. With just a viewfinder to look through and a button to push.
Hi, Mom.
Sure, there are a lot of other places we could have spent our money. But our gang movies mean everything to us.
The Kodak Our Gang movie camera. Less than $100 at a photo dealer near you.
All right, ladies, now it's your turn to predict what your husbands will say. And remember, each of these questions will now be worth 10 points. So here we go with your first question. For 10 points, girls, it's get even time. Ladies, what will your husband say is his most feminine physical feature?
Oh,
Kathy?
his legs. He has the most shapely, beautiful legs.
He does.
Just
He is.
super. He's very nice.
Little feminine legs
Oh,
there, all right?
terrific.
Beverly?
He's going to say his legs, too. Pretty legs.
His legs?
Yeah.
Is that
Mhm.
right? Kathy, Lloyd's most feminine physical feature?
I don't know. He's so small boned and stuff. So I don't know. I guess his legs too.
Really?
Because he's so skinny all over.
He's skinny, yeah.
Yeah. He's really skinny.
Really skinny. Katie, what do you think?
His legs, too, because I don't understand how it holds up all that weight.
I understand. All right, next question, girls. What will your husband say is the single spiciest object in your living room right now? The spiciest object in your living room, Beverly?
The cobra on the coffee table.
You have a cobra on your coffee
Yeah.
table.
It's
What?
not real.
Oh, hope not. Good. Kathy?
My bird.
I beg your pardon?
My bird.
Is it alive?
No, it's wood.
It died.
It's wooden.
Oh, a wooden bird.
Uh-huh.
That's fine.
It's as spicy as our living room gets.
I understand.
Or can I
Katie?
change it?
You want to change
I
your
just
bird?
thought of something.
She wants to change her bird. It's okay
No,
with me.
no. See, like I said, we live in one room, so the
Sure.
spiciest thing in our house would be our bed.
Your bed. From a bird to a
Spicy,
bed.
isn't it? Well, it's
I don't know
right
if it is
in
or
the
not.
living room. You can't miss it.
Yeah, right. Okay, Katie?
My picture.
A picture of you.
Portrait.
All right. Kathy?
I think our puppy, his name is Pepper.
Your puppy.
Yes.
Now, we want a thing.
A thing?
Yeah,
It can't
inanimate.
be an animal?
Unless the puppy's dead.
Ah, no. Our couch.
Your couch is
Yeah.
spicy.
At
Right.
times.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Last of our 10-point questions. Girls, what will your husband say is the highest floor of a building on which the two of you have ever made love? Kathy? Kathy George?
The second floor.
The second floor.
Uh-huh.
Katie?
The 11th floor.
The 11th floor.
New Orleans.
Fine. Kathy?
Second floor.
Second floor. Beverly?
Second floor.
Second floor. Okay, 25-point bonus question. Girls, how will your husband say he prefers his steaks cooked? And your answers must match exactly. Please keep that in mind. Katie Reeves?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Kathy?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Beverly?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Kathy?
To make it a fourth, medium rare.
Medium rare. Okay, thank you very much. We'll be back with the husbands to compare answers on the Newlywed Game in just a moment. Once again, Johnny Jacobs with more runner-up gifts for our couples. John?
Our three runner-up couples will receive Noodle-Roni Parmigiano 5-minute side dish from Golden Grain, tender, thin egg noodles, and rare Italian seasonings and cheeses. Noodle-Roni Parmigiano, a bit of old Italy. Also, Windex Glass, kitchen and bathroom cleaner with ammonia D, makes your windows, mirrors, refrigerators, and countertops shiny and sparkling clean. Furnished by the Drackett Company. And take your change the Tootsie way. Tootsie Pop Drops, Tootsie Drops, and Tootsie Rolls in new style candy jars. Now, back to Bob Eubanks and those unpredictable newlyweds.
Now, gentlemen, let's see how well your wives have predicted what you will say. And remember, these questions will now be worth 10 points. So here's our first one. Gentlemen, think about this one now. What is your most feminine physical feature? Mike?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you're Mike. You're the only Mike on the show today.
I plead the fifth. I better don't say. Let me
Don't
see.
bring your fifth out here. Just answer the question.
Oh, it's got to be my face. You know my pretty
Let me
little
see.
baby
The one with the
face.
beard, yes.
legs.
It's your legs, she said.
My legs? And these are my legs. They're big. Feminine?
Yes, what she said. You have girl legs.
No, she got the bird legs, not me.
John?
Well, it's no telling what she said, but you see these eyebrows?
Oh.
Ain't they sweet?
Can we get a close-up of those? Oh, we are getting a close-up of them. I see. All right.
I think she said that.
Yeah, I think she did, too. She said for sure it's your legs, pal.
My legs.
Let's see your legs.
Aren't they beautiful? I mean,
No.
really. Aw.
Is there a Lady Gillette in the audience?
Jack, your most, how could there possibly be, I know, but your most feminine physical feature.
Offhand, I'd say my butt.
Really?
Curvy, macho butt, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
That's it, then.
That's it, one package.
One package.
Yeah.
Right. She says it's your legs.
Oh, God.
She doesn't know how your legs hold up all that weight, she said.
And you told him that? Oh, you son of a...
No, not all of them now. Lloyd?
Well, geez, I don't know. The first thing I ever look at a woman is her legs. So I'd have to say my legs.
All right, she said it's your legs. Lloyd, can we see your legs, Lloyd? Can we see the other one?
No.
Oh, we can't see. Oh, just the light. Oh, I see. I didn't realize
I got
that.
a pair.
Next question, gentlemen. Tell me, what is the single spiciest object in your living room right now? Single spiciest object, John, in your living room right now?
It would have to be a little picture.
Of what?
Acrylic picture of it's got a wine bottle and it's got a
Little
loaf
acrylic
of
wine
bread,
bottle picture, fine.
and it says wine for the body, bread for the soul.
Okay. Kathy says it's the couch that is a spicy.
Ouch!
And she says it's
What's
only...
so spicy about the couch?
Sometimes it's spicy.
When I lay on it?
Jack,
Yes.
Spicy thing in the living room.
single spiciest object in your living room.
The only thing I can think of would be that freaky picture we got a couple of weeks ago on the...
What's a picture of?
Nothing. I mean, it was just a glass frame with a little orange...
All right. She
around
predicted
the
you would
corner.
say that it's a picture of her.
It's not. It's in the den now, by the TV.
Lloyd?
Oh, but you moved it.
I'd have to say it's a bird. It's made out of wood. It's a
wooden
sculpture.
bird.
Yeah.
All right. She said that too, but then she thought about the bed.
Because it's the living rooms, the bedrooms, the kitchens, everything.
We lose.
The bathroom. Mike?
Turkey.
Okay.
Okay, we got this one going.
Give me my points. It's got to be a cobra. We have this beautiful
Cobra. She said it's the cobra. Right. Okay, here's the last of our 10-point questions. Gentlemen, tell me, what's the highest floor of a building on which you and your wife have ever made love? The highest floor of a building. Jack? Are we keeping you up, Jack?
No, I'm trying to remember which floor, but I'll say higher than the 10th floor, in the Marriott in New Orleans.
Okay, what floor then would it be?
13th.
13th floor.
13th floor.
All right, she says it's the 11th.
Oh, God.
Toad.
What hotel was this?
New Orleans.
That was the 10th, I thought, doll.
Well, you weren't with me then.
That was something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been at night where you thinking about somebody else. I see. We remember you, yeah. Lloyd?
I'd have to say it's the second floor. I've never really
Second
gotten
floor.
up there. very
All
high.
right, she said second floor. Mike?
Well, I'm going to have to stick with George. You know, my wife has claustrophobia. Not hydrophobia, you know, where you're afraid of heights.
Oh, hydrophobia.
And she won't let me... Well, you can't win them
I
all.
thought that's when you live next to fire hydrants when you got hydrophobia. If you're afraid of low spots, what's that called?
Don't ask me. You know it.
Lodrophobia, I guess.
No, but she's afraid of heights, so it's got to be the second floor.
Second floor is right.
Coming on strong.
Well, we've never made love that high, but I would have to say the second floor.
Second floor,
Yeah.
she said. Second floor. Thank you very much. We'll be back with a 25 bonus question to this couple for the win a grand prize. Right after this message.
Save on Whirlpool at Campo's. This week only, get a 5x7 color photograph, plus a color photograph in a gold finish charm, both for only 99 cents. Or for good through Saturday at these Sears Photography Studios.
Hey, how'd you like a Hawaiian punch and a powdered drink mix?
Sure.
Comes in pre-sweetened and new unsweetened. Just add your own sugar.
Dixie Savings is celebrating the opening of office number 10 at 909 Clearview Parkway South, June 28th. You could win a videotape recorder. 2,500 prizes will be given away, and a special grand prize, a videotape recorder and 23-inch color TV. No deposit necessary. Is your Dixie dollar a winner? Find out at any Dixie office during the Dixie Jubilee. Also, double S&H green stamps or small GE appliances free or below retail cost for deposits. Dixie Savings is everywhere.
All right, gentlemen, here it is, your big 25-point bonus question. For 25 points, gentlemen, how do you prefer your steaks cooked? Your answers must match exactly. Ladies, don't hold up the cards until I ask for them. Let's go to couple number 4. Jack and Katie with 0. 25 would put you into a tie for the lead. Jack, how do you like them cooked?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. She said you like them medium rare. You're tied for the lead. Couple number 3, John and Kathy with 10. 25 will give you 35. John takes over the lead with the correct answer.
I also stake mine medium rare.
Medium rare. She said medium rare. Right you are. Couple number 2, Mike and Beverly with 20. 25 will give you 45. Mike, if you get it right, you'll be in first place.
Oh, that's got to be medium rare.
Medium rare, first place. Sure. Couple number 1, Lloyd and Kathy. You have 25. 25 will give you 50. Lloyd, get it right, and you're going to be our grand prize winner. If you miss it, you go home in last place. Medium rare. Medium rare. She said medium rare. Lloyd and Kathy, you're our newlywed game grand prize winner. And now, Lloyd and Kathy, as the winners of the newlywed game, here's the special prize chosen just for you. Your very own, brand new, beautifully designed dining room.
That's right. Kathy and Lloyd, you'll enjoy Bassett's Stony Brook, early American dining room. Rich maple finish on engraved wood products, hardwoods and solids. Includes china and hutch, trestle table, benches and armchair by Bassett. And for that final touch of elegance from Oneida Silversmiths, a service for 4 in sterling silver. Plus a matching service for 8 in carefree stainless, both in Oneida's Michelangelo pattern. A complete and elegant dining room, all yours, as our lucky winners on the newlywed game.
Lloyd and Kathy, congratulations. Thanks to all of our couples, and thanks to you. I'm Bob Eubanks. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
You don't have to be on a diet. You don't have to wait until noon to fall in love with Lightline yogurt.
All you need is a spoon.
It won't take you long once you try it to send you clear up to the moon to fall in love with Lightline yogurt. All you need is a spoon. So pick up a cup, scoop the fresh flavor up. You'll be singing our tune. Fall in love with Borden Lightline yogurt. All you need is a spoon.
Time's up, Barney. Take down that sign. Seems when you need a tire most, there's no sale in sight.
Aren't you having a tire sale? Sorry, son, you just missed it.
Tires don't wear out only during sales. So Gulf features low prices every day, like this 36,000-mile Cruisemaster steel radial from just $39.95. Low tire prices every day at Gulf.
We're having another sale next month. Think you can wait?
See these Gulf dealers for their everyday low prices.
When you have a clogged drain or a plumbing problem, call Sears, authorized drain, sewer, and repair plumbing. Our radio dispatch trucks can be on the job soon after receiving your call. Fully trained service technicians have all the latest equipment and know-how for handling stopped-up drains and sewer lines and all types of plumbing problems. And Sears has a credit plan to fit most every need. But the best reason of all is that we're Sears, authorized drain, sewer, and repair plumbing.
See the $100,000 Name That Tune tonight at 6:30.
New Scene 8. You Can Believe It. With Alec Gifford, Buddy Diliberto, and meteorologist Bob Breck.
Good evening. At the top of the news, it looks like industrial and commercial electricity uses around New Orleans are making up most of the cutbacks in energy consumption following yesterday's record demands. Some industries report tremendous curtailments in their efforts to help avoid a major blackout and some office buildings around town are dimming their lights.